One event that I saw that looked very interesting is the celebration of women in television, in film and television.
Yes.
Could you tell me a little bit more about that one?
Well, we're very excited about this. The organization is called Women in Film and Television Atlantic, or WIFT-AT for short. And because it's the 100th anniversary of International Women's Day, they are holding a major symposium at the Mount. It will be all day, Saturday, March 5th, and at the end of that day, there will be films shown directed by women at the Park Lane Theater downtown with a very low admission cost of $5. And a bit of background, since this is basically my business, the business I've been in for too many years, women have always had difficulty being in the key creative positions in film and television: producer, director, writer, lead actor. And so the WIFT organizations, which here again are international. There are chapters of women in film and television around the world. There is a very large one, and an old one in Toronto, a pretty old one in Vancouver and Montreal. WIFT-AT, WIFT Atlantic, has just started. So the symposiums in the daytime, you need to be a registered delegate, and you can go to the website of Women in Film and Television Atlantic and find out all about that. However, there is a lecture at 9:15 in the morning in the Seton Auditorium with Patricia Rozema, who is a director, and a number of, lots of audience members will have seen her first film, I Hear the Mermaid Singing, which I featured in. I taught a course here in Canadian women film directors, and Patricia Rozema was one of the featured directors, as was Sylvia Hamilton. And we will be very glad to welcome her to the Mount. There is a very nominal charge associated with this, and so that may be something that people want to take in, even if they can't take in the whole day, as well as the films in the evening downtown. So Women Making Waves, it's called, and that will be on the Saturday.
Now, when we talk about celebrating women in film and television, are we just talking about actors or actresses?
No, we're not. We're not just talking about actors, though we are talking about actors. I like to talk about the key creative positions: producer, director, writer, lead actors. In both film and television, as long as the story is not about women, that is, if women are not the prime movers and shakers, and if women's issues are not front and center, if all you hear women talking about is how much they would like to attract a guy, that's not very significant. And it is everybody's experience that who's in those key creative positions is what determines what happens. That's why it's not just because women want to be the boss and the top dog that this is important. Those are the people who determine what's on our screens. It's the producers, directors, writers, senior executives who determine what's on our screens. So in order for there to be a responsible and accurate presentation of women's and women's issues or gender issues, women have to be in those chairs, and it's a very difficult thing to do. It has gotten better only fractionally. The stats from today are little different from 20 years ago. Now, I don't mean no difference, but little difference. This is another one of those areas where there's a lot of movement left to come. We have come a long way, baby, but not far enough.